All right. Yes, get it in here, get it in here. Yes, my name is Maurice, the Crochet Master, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Oh yes, today I would like to do something that is very different. Like we have been doing something, but I would like to encourage you that there's something that you can do just from your head. Like let's call it something like a creativity. So I just created something like this, and I would like to share the idea with you that I got. Something like to do with the cornrows, because for us here our hair is not like this normal straight. So what we do, we first use the threading like when we're doing the cornrows, so that it can last a bit longer, you understand. So after then it's when I start the plating. So sometimes you can start this plating according to the size that you want your braid to look like. That means you will need to add some little extension, and this is what I'm going to be doing. So I'm adding some little extension so that depending on how I want my braid to look or my extension to look. So that one I cannot try to explain more, because me and you, we are different. Like maybe for you, you might want to make it bigger, but me, I decided to do it this smaller. So as we're doing like this, I keep on making my cornrows this way. I know most of you guys know how to do these, I would say, cornrows. Others call them the end cornrows. Yes, I know most of you guys, you know how to do it, and it's very simple. So the only thing is we need to be more creative in that. If someone tells you, maybe I would like something that is very unique, and something that it is unique and simple, then you need to think. You need to think a lot, like the way I thought of this hairstyle, and I believe no one has done it yet. So this is what I'm going to be showing you. So I can't forget like all those people who have been with me ever since I started. Thank you so much for loving Maurice the Crochet Master, and I go by the name of Maurice the Crochet Master. That is my personal account on my Instagram. So if you want to follow me, you can go up and follow me so that we can chat more. And I would like to shout out to everyone: United States of America, France, Germany, Canada, United Kingdom, those ones in Cote d'Ivoire, United Emirates, Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, the Pearl of Africa, Nigeria, Ghana. Thank you so much for loving me and for showing me a good support. So this is how I keep on doing my cornrows, and I know most of you know how to do these outside cornrows, like the end cornrows. And I believe there are two types of cornrows that I tried to show you. That one that is inside, but right now here you cannot do the inside cornrow when the hair is already, the hair is already safe. So even if you do the outside cornrows, it is okay, you understand. But just because I try to make my thread so that at least my cornrow can last a little bit longer. So this is how I'm trying to do the creativity. You can see how it looks very lovely. So you can also try it out to do it this way by doing you first hold the threads. You first hold the hair with the threads, and then after you cut them off using the eco gel. Sometimes people keep on asking me what gel do I use. Sometimes we use the eco gel, at times we use the molding gel, and I told you the molding gel always helped me to collect all the hair, and the same applies to the eco gel. Yes, like eco gel, most it works on natural, it works with natural hair. So that is how I can say about it. And in this hairstyle, we're going to be doing the combination of two hair pieces. Like I'm going to be doing the cornrows using with my other hair pieces to bring out this look. And I would want you to give me your time to look at me very careful. And if it's your first time, please, you can click on that red button and ring the bell so that we get in touch. Every Wednesday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday I be posting new videos teaching you, showing you how to do all these kinds of hairstyles. So this is how I do my cornrows, and I believe you also can do it and you also know how to do it. But the creativity is always needed. Yeah, you need to create, you need to think a lot, because we got clients who like unique things. So that's why I be very, very creative, and I would like my clients always look unique. Even if someone finds her on the way, will just know that hair is from the crochet master. Like everyone will just know my touch. So this is how I'm doing it, and thank you so much. So let's try to be a little bit speedy here, because there are a lot of things that we need to see after doing this. So yes, this is how I'm going to be doing it. Alright, so when you're done doing the other thing, I just try to make sure I bring all these and I hold them here, and I try to sew it so that it can bring there, because I'm going to add on another extension. You can see how the head is already smart, and I hope you like it. So you make sure that what you have put behind, it's not how can I say it, like it's not bulky like behind, since you're going to add another extension. So this is how you try to do. So I'm going to be adding the soft kinky is what I'm going to be adding. To those ones who watched that video of doing the milli dread, these are the soft kinky that I always use to do the milli dread, to do the spring twist. So they're the ones that I'm going to be adding. And this is not all about the hair pieces that you're supposed to use. Someone else can choose to put a piece or maybe a curly piece and just put it behind. It can also do work, and others may try to you can just try to do anything. You can try to do anything, because when it comes to creativity, you just have to do what you think, and what you think that will look good, you understand. So I wouldn't say that maybe it's a must, you're supposed to use the soft kinky, but you yourself, you can try to get something else and you do your own creativity. So this is what I'm trying to do right now. And we remember trying to, when plaiting the milli dread, let me try to show you how we do plait the milli dread, because some people maybe they forget. So when you're plaiting the milli dread, this is how you do it. You just try to do the twisting, but you try to make it soft. You understand what I'm saying? You try to make it soft, just like that. Yes, just like that. And then you do the tying down. So that one, it looks like twist, but in actual sense it doesn't look like twist. You'll find that's why we call it milli dread. So this is how my outcome looks like. I think you have liked the creativity that I did, and for now let me sign out. Bye bye.